So now let's look at a real-world scenario of how we use this. If a disaster were to strike tonight, the first thing we would be notified within the All Hazards Consortium Fleet Response Working Group. Everybody would see the news and see something's pending. And then what we ask people to do is they would either be trained or they would get an email from us that looks like what you see on your screen, and there'd be some words as, hey, there's going to be a session, collaborative session being held tonight at 6 p.m., please join. So you'd click on this link, and from there you would go to the home page. And so this would be for a session that we're going to have a leader follow and followers. So the leader's going to convene it, the followers will log in and watch what happens, okay? So the first thing we'd do is click on follow, and then the base layer would be the weather. What is going on right now? So before you do anything, you got to click the on button in the upper left corner. Now the data from the leader populates your internet session. So now he's controlling the screen. This in this case would be Dave. And the first layer he's got up is the weather data. Okay? So everybody wants to know what's going on right now. So this is a live weather feed, I guess, at whatever time it is today, 4:17 on the May, whatever. So from here, we would monitor the weather. Then the next thing we would see is the electric sector would begin to mobilize their regional and mutual assistance groups. And an email would be sent to the All Hazards Consortium Fleet Response Working Group to say, hey, we're going to have a movement. Here's the information. And so what we typically have done in the past is we've translated that information into a spreadsheet. And that spreadsheet we typically email around, and it looks like this. Many of you may be aware of this. We've seen it in the past. Some of you may have never seen it before. But this is a condensed, aggregated spreadsheet. On the right, it tells you the crews that are, where the crews are, what states they're leaving from to provide help to the state and utilities in the states on the right. So left to right. So left is moving to help right. And then all the states that pass through. And the reason that pass-through is important is we have to alert those pass-through states that crews are coming. What do you want them to do with their way stations and toll stations? You want them to stop, go through it. You want them, give them direction for that. It helps speeds up the process quite well. So what we've done now is taken this and put it into the tool that looks, and when you do that, that data now becomes visual and it looks like this. So what you see now is the green states and the red states. The green states are the pass-through states where crews are moving from into the red states, which you'll see. So that's the first layer of information, is the electric sector data. Who's impacted, where are crews moving from, moving to, and we're refining that as we go. The next set of information that comes out is now states start issuing waivers or declarations. And we bring all those together. We used to just send out dozens and dozens of emails. Now we bring them together in this tool. So Dave, if you click on, say, North Carolina, let's do North Carolina, okay? So this is the actual data that happened during Jonas in January of 2017 or 2016. So what we've done now is centralize these PDF files, right? These aren't data streams, they're PDF files. So if we click on state of emergency, then we link directly through your cell phone or laptop or notebook right to the declaration. Okay? So we centralize these waivers and declarations by state using this tool, so it's first visual. And then if you click on the red states, you can actually get the data. So you can see North Carolina's issued a sit rep and other things. So that's the second layer of data starts coming in, are the declarations and waivers, okay? The third part of the information is kind of, as crews are moving, where can they find fuel or food or things along the way? This is both in the red states and the green states. So what we look at now is we're bringing in sensitive information from the telecommunications sector that provides us real-time status of open or closed essential service providers. Let's look at fuel, okay? So what you're going to see on the screen then are red dots. These are actual dots used during Sandy, okay? But if you click on one of those dots, that is a fuel station that is closed. So as we can zoom in, you'll see that if you click on one of those dots, it'll tell you what station it is and where it is, and that it's closed, okay? More importantly is, as we integrate this data further, it's not what's closed, it's what's open. How do we get to where they are to be opened? Mm-hmm. So this will include routing data, this will include how to get there, this will include other information in the future. But that open-closed information is real-time. It will be real-time. And it helps the crews that are moving, the people and the citizens that are out of power, know where they can go find fuel or a donut and coffee or water or medical supplies or pharmacies or whatever. So if we zoom back out, you can get the regional picture of where the open-closed data resides. And actually, this is a national data set. We're just showing it in the demo that's local. But Dave has layered this in as another layer for open-close. So this information, if we held a call, this would be shared with all of the states, all the companies at the same instant, and we'd leave this session open. So tonight at 6 o'clock, everybody hangs up. This session stays open, and the data is populated all night, all tomorrow. So when you log back in, you don't need a facilitated session. You can see what the latest information is. So what this does is save us emails upon emails upon emails, and gives us information in various forms nationally that we can bring together and collaborate on in a collaboration session at the regional level. So that's how we get everyone on the same page at the same time.